Welcome to the People's Choice Podcast from the new series of episode 1 of Don't Hate My Take. And of course, I always got to have a great guest because, I'm a people's person. And this is my peeps right here. This is my day one, A1, my boy Dominic. Say what's up to the peeps. So here on the People's Choice, I mostly do interviews and stuff, but lately I've been wanting to create these series because I want the People's Choice really to be like a universe, you know what I'm saying? So I want to break off and I got my interviews section, I got my sports section now doing this, what we're doing, and I also got my sessions that's gonna be coming up pretty soon too. I think Mama will be a good one for that. So shout out to you, Mama. I know you're gonna be watching this. So but anyway, man, let's get started, man. So for the people that don't know, that didn't see my post, this is basically going to be about, whoever my guest will be. We're talking about our sports teams and stuff. And for our lucky choice, we got Pittsburgh because, we got a Pittsburgh Steelers fan right here and me, diehard. And then we got the New York
Giants right here.
Yeah, that damn team. But seriously though, we basically are going to be covering what went wrong this season. Like, I know you can start off first because your team sucked worse than mine. So I know the Giants went 6-10. So I'll leave it at that and let you take over. What went wrong?
Well, Alvin, a lot of things went wrong this season with the Giants. For start off, I think it was 2 games into the season, Saquon got injured. That was a huge blow to the team, especially when it being an ACL, torn ACL. I'm like, man. Then we just going in trying to be confident with our second year QB. Everyone was just hot with Daniel Jones being the guy last year. I was like, all right, hopefully man is the guy this year too. Once it started, he threw multiple picks. And I think he ended off with the year with 8 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. I was like, that's not how you supposed to.
I got his stats right here, bro. He literally threw 10 picks, and I can't laugh because Ben did too, but he only threw 11 touchdowns.
Oh, we're going to talk about Ben in a second.
I know.
That boy, hold on. Let me just finish on the Giants. I'll talk about Ben.
Let's stick with the Giants.
So, the other problem was that our wide receiver core was kind of weak. We had Sterling Shepard, I guess you could say is our top receiver.
Mm-hmm.
We should have had okay, CC, okay.
Rose.
Rose. All right, Rose.
He knows.
We should have had a different wide receiver core, or at least have a top receiver. We had Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, and I guess you could say Golden Tate. It was really irrelevant, though.
For real.
Then we got Evan Ingram, the person that couldn't just catch the ball. Mind you, we could have been in the playoffs if he would. It was the first game against the Eagles this season. Mm-hmm. If he would have caught the ball towards the end of the game, we could have secured the bag and probably be in the playoffs, even though we probably got beaten by the Buccaneers and all that. But anyways, but I feel when this NFL draft comes around, hopefully the team addresses our major issues, which was the edge rushers and our wide receiver core.
Mm-hmm.
If we get something what's his name? Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, if we was able to get him, that would be lovely. And forgot the guy from Miami. I think his name was Gregory. Forgot his last name.
Have to look.
That's all right though.
So just looking, at y'all stats and talking, you definitely do need a wide receiving core because, Golden Tate was so good back in Seattle.
He was.
That was how many years ago though? No offense, but then looking at you guys is Darius Slayton was y'all top receiver, and he had 751 yards only.
That's not good enough.
It's not good. And 3 touchdowns. So I'm sorry, man. I'm surprised y'all won 6 games. No offense, but Saquon definitely losing him though.
The defense helped with that.
True. Yeah, y'all defense was pretty good, and I actually like y'all your linebacker Martinez.
Yes.
I remember when he played for Green Bay, man. Like I was hoping we would pick him up like as Pittsburgh because like we're always looking for linebackers. So, oh, what's up?
No, nothing.
Oh, okay. And then also too, bro, like was like I feel like it was what wrong for y'all was y'all rushing attack too. And as a Pittsburgh guy, I can't talk because we ain't had much more better than y'all, but y'all was worse than us.
Like, you guys are all hyped this season. You guys going undefeated. What was 11-0? Then you guys got sent right back to reality. You went to the playoffs.
We gonna get to that. We gonna stick to the Giants right now. So back to the Giants, the sorry Giants. With I feel like Daniel Jones. I feel like he is. I don't want to say mediocre, but like I just feel like he was never the guy. Like when y'all drafted him, I felt like he's like another Eli, but just a little bit like greener. You know what I'm saying?
He's like more athletic because he got speed on him, though.
Yeah, true.
But also, I just feel like if our offensive line and Saquon was there, I feel like he would like probably like strive the team he had. But since all those injuries was happening and the offensive line was just still trying to work together, it just didn't work out for him. But if this next year, if he doesn't do well, yeah, I just cut my ties after that. I mean,
I cut ties with him as soon as y'all drafted him. I said, "Boo." But seriously though, addressing the receiving core though, one guy I think you guys should get in free agency, Juju Smith-Schuster. And I know that's my receiver. That's my receiver.
No, I don't. Unless he's starting to look like what do you call it? What do you say?
A number one receiver.
He's just doing a little too much out there, dancing on the field and stuff like that. Oh,
I feel like y'all need that edge though, man. Like I feel like y'all Giants just seem soulless out there, man. Like Steelers, this is the most live we looked in a while, and I think a lot of that came to because of Juju leading that team, that young receiving core, doing his little that thing. But I feel like if you guys pick him up, I would not be sad like to see him go. Like I feel he's a great player, but he's not a true number one receiver, and we need like a true number one.
Well, you ain't gonna.
What was that?
I mean, you got Chase Claypool and
yep.
Who else though? You got Washington, who's pretty decent, I guess, and you got Johnson.
Yep.
I mean, if you lose Juju, I don't think that would hurt you too much.
Yep. And plus,
what's already hurt? Oh, can we go over to the Steelers side now?
Yeah. I knew that was coming.
We're going to the Steelers side now.
All right. So
what's really hurting you guys now, and this showed in the playoffs, is you already know, Big Ben.
Hey, don't talk about my quarterback display. Slightly. It's been.
He should retire just like Eli.
No, I mean, I felt like, bro, like I felt Eli retired. Well, I felt like Eli retired at the right time. Phillip Rivers retired at the right time, and I feel Ben got to retire too right now. Like, but I know he's not because he doesn't want to go out the way he went out, man. He's gonna stick around 1, maybe 2 more years. So it won't be surprised when they say breaking news on the bottom of the screen. Like Ben Roethlisberger signs a 2-year deal. I'm like, but Ben, I love Ben. He's
also you guys. That money could be put somewhere else unless they give him like a discount deal. But that money could be put somewhere else.
And the crazy thing is they had been restructured his deal years ago to get more help, but it's like we haven't gotten the help. We just draft guys, So that's what I'm like. I don't understand about the Rooney family, man. But back on Ben, just singling him out, which hurts my soul because I love Ben. But compared to your trash quarterback, your good quarterback, Ben threw for 3,803 yards. He had 33 touchdowns, and he did have 10 picks, though, just like Daniel Jones, though. So, he's still playing at a high level. Gotta give him that at least. Forget that playoff game.
No, look at what teams he versed this year, though. Look at the teams that Big Ben versed this season though.
I mean, we went against some of the easiest teams. I ain't gonna lie. We had probably the easiest schedule. And the games we should have won by like a lot of points, we barely won. And then the teams that we definitely should have beaten, we lost to. So I understand. Like I
the Browns, for instance.
Hey, the Browns were good this year, though. The Browns were pretty good. Well, más o menos.
I don't know. They choked against the Chiefs. I mean, they couldn't beat Chad with Henny.
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
Oh, wait. That was with I think that was Washington, right? With Chad Henning or something like that. Or was he the Chiefs? No, he was the Chiefs. Yeah, he is the Chiefs. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the other guy. My bad. But
yeah, they could have won, and they blew it.
So I mean, we did all right though. We had an 11-5 record, and I'm looking at like the teams we beat, and I'm like, dang, we probably we really didn't have much competition this year. The toughest team that we played this year was Baltimore and the Bills. Really, in my opinion, everyone else was kind of like, I mean, even though we lost to Cleveland, we lost to Washington. But I just felt like we definitely should have, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say because my teams, I'm trying not to be biased, but like we do need a quarterback. I think we need to draft a quarterback. And it makes me sick that we could have gotten Josh Allen and traded for him like some years back.
Everyone's sick about that.
Yeah, and we didn't do it. And now look at him. He's shining with Buffalo. But back on my team too, what I feel like what went wrong is also our rushing attack. We only had 721 yards. I mean, y'all guys had what, 600 and something, I said?
Yeah, our run defense wasn't, how can I say this?
Trash.
It was all right. It wasn't so. It was all right. But when you come to the passing defense, though.
True. That's true. But then our defense was pretty good too, though.
We was pretty. Not like the Colts defense or anything like that,
Yeah. Because like we had Stephon Tuitt, he had 11 sacks. TJ Watt was playing out of his mind with 15. I mean, like he was, one defense player of the year. So I mean,
yeah, he had. I can't even sugarcoat that. He had an outstanding season.
True, and then even Bud Dupree, like before he got hurt.
I mean, he could have won. Did he win this defensive player of the year?
Yeah, Watt won. Yeah, of course,
he should have. He should have. It should have been Howard.
Curtin. Howard, you know what? I actually thought he was gonna win because I haven't seen anyone get double-digit picks in like probably ever in my lifetime.
It's been a while.
Or maybe if there was somebody, I just forgot about it. But like it's been like forever. Now in Madden, I always get my guys a double-digit picks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Nah, but let me stop. But yeah, and we definitely we need to adjust our lineman situation because Pouncey may retire this year. Our rushing attack was freaking horrible. Like Ben had literally Ben had to throw the ball more than he probably wanted to. And then if you look at our receiving,
I saw you saw how many attempts you be throwing each game.
Yeah, like
that was ridiculous.
That playoff game we had,
that was ridiculous.
40. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
It's pretty sad.
I could have sworn one game he threw like 50 attempts or something like that. One game I saw this season. I was man, I know your arm gotta be tired.
I think that was the game against the Colts where he threw like 55 passes. I remember one game he threw like 55 passes. I'm like, you can't win football long term throwing 55 passes. You just can't do it. Well, I mean, maybe Brady could do it, but Brady and Breeze, but I don't know.
Oh my God. Let's not even talk about Brady. Let's not even talk about this man.
Well, I'm glad that you feeling the Brady wrath now because we had to deal with it for freaking forever. With Pittsburgh, we was always, oh man, no matter who we play, but can we get past New England? But like now you guys are feeling the wrath now because I mean, y'all as a Giant fan, y'all was like his kryptonite at first. Now y'all gotta get past him just to get to the Super Bowl. And Brady ain't retiring anytime soon. Brady gonna be playing with a dang cane.
You know what I gotta say like this? I think the refs majority of the way when it came into the playoffs, I feel like the refs helped.
Oh yeah, oh
I
yeah.
mean, if you look back at the game when it came with the Bucks against the who they just beat? I forgot what team they just beat.
Oh, Green Bay.
Um,
Yeah, it was Green Bay and
Green Bay.
the NFC Championship.
Saw
Yeah.
they didn't call it. Yeah, there was barely any calls called that game. Towards the end of the game, they finally called that one, which I guess I can understand. I mean, it was clear as day. The pass interference, he grabbed the jersey, but I feel like the ball was uncatchable though. I mean, still, it's just I just didn't like that.
Well, I mean, it's Tom Brady, and I love Brady. He is the GOAT to a degree,
Oh my
but
god.
he just, you know, slinging a couple of them dollars to referees' ways.
You
Doing
still
that
think he's
whole
the
life.
golden boy? Been taken
Yeah,
care of?
exactly. And he don't got Belichick to back him up anymore, but that ain't no problem. But
I mean,
yeah,
look who he got on his team.
yeah, true that, man. And that's another person I was going to address too for our running attack that we should try to get is Leonard Fournette.
Oh, that probably good. He didn't have a bad. He was in competition with Jones.
Yeah. And I feel like, Jones is already there too. So they're going to lean towards him more because it's like, he already know the system. But I would feel like Leonard Fournette, man, we get him. I think that's going to be really helping our rushing attack. We get some linemen. That's going to help because if Pouncey retires, that's going to be a big blow. We need a tackle really bad. I think if we should probably go back and try to get Kelvin. I mean, was it Calvin Beecham? We used to have him before. Now he might be a free agent. I feel like we get him. We could let Juju go, believe it or not. I know that's crazy coming from a Steeler fan. But if you really look at it, Juju was like our third option. Like he didn't lead us in rushing. I mean, not rushing, in receiving. He had 9
Yeah, it was
touchdowns.
surprising this season.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was
He
really
kind of messed
fun.
me up for fantasy football wise.
Yeah, man. Like Juju, I mean, if I'm looking at his stats right now, I mean, he had 831 yards, 9 touchdowns. So the 9 touchdowns is good, but he also tied Claypool because Claypool had 9 touchdowns too, and he had 873 yards more than Juju. And plus with Johnson, he had 7 touchdowns, but with 923. So I mean, it's like plus Eric Ebron too. You throw him in there with his 5 touchdowns. Washington also had 5 touchdowns. So it's like I feel like we don't need him like that.
I can see why you guys don't need him though. I mean, I think Claypool and Johnson would pick up the slack where Juju is like gone. You know.
Yeah. Because what we need is a true number one receiver, and we haven't had that really since the days of Antonio Brown. That's where like Juju thrived because Antonio Brown getting double covered, triple covered. Juju he's left by himself most of the time, or it's mismatched. But now when he had to be forced to be that number one guy, his number's been tanking. That's why he's rumored that he likes not San Diego, Lord, the L.A. My bad, L.A. Chargers. That he kind of teased that a little bit in one of his gaming streams, but I don't mind him seeing him going to the Giants. Y'all need help.
Look, I'd rather get Allen Robinson from Chicago Bears.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good too.
Or Galladay from the Lions, even though he's injury prone. I mean, I think he'd be a good addition too. But Juju, I mean, he won't be bad. I just don't need him be having all those antics going on, dancing on the field.
Yo, I feel like y'all could use him though. I think y'all can. But who do you think is like the main problem? Like we're gonna go like I'm gonna now ask you who's the main problem, and I'll tell you like we're gonna play this little game. It's gonna be called Major Cap or No Cap. So right. Who is like the major problem of the Giants? And then you're gonna answer, and I'll give my answer of that cap or no cap, and then for the Steelers, I'll say the same. All right. So
all right.
So who is the major problem for the Giants?
I'm sorry to say this, but Daniel Jones was the problem this season. I mean,
no cap.
that he was the problem this season. I'm sorry, you can't just throw that many touchdowns. Not even that many touchdowns this season. You think you're gonna like have a winning record? The defense can only do so much.
That's true. And now, for me, the biggest problem with the Steelers, Juju Smith. No, okay.
That's cap. Where my hat at? You know what? I just gotta make a hat right now. I just put a cap on there.
Nah, it's Big Ben, man, and that's straight, no cap. As much as I love Ben, man, I mean, you gotta understand, he took us to 3 Super Bowls, won 2 out the 3.
Yeah, like he had a good career. It's just he had.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's he had a good career, and I think it's time. And I feel like getting Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, I'm still questioning that signing. Like, you guys think he's good? He just wasn't used properly.
It's kind of fishy to me personally because like the way that he got released from Washington without them even trying to trade him, I'm like, this dude, that's just red flags right there. Because no team in the NFL does that unless like you are a cancer to the locker room or like you just like they just want to get you out of town. And I mean, for us,
like a negative signs around that.
Yeah, and like for us, I feel like it's like a low risk, big reward because if Ben does get hurt or he just starts playing bad, we could pull out Ben and then put in Haskins and man, maybe he does good. I don't know. We got a young receiving core, and I think with him, he's fast too. He comes from Ohio. You know, I love those Ohio guys, even though like the quarterbacks never amount to much in the NFL.
They don't. But I think Justin Fields be decent coming out of college. I mean, he's coming from Ohio State though.
True. But I feel like he's gonna fall into that trap just like everybody else, man. Like I remember when Braxton Miller was the quarterback. I was so high on him, bro. I was like, this dude is the next Michael Vick or somebody. Like his dude is fast. He could throw. Then he got hurt, and then he had switched wide receiver, and he never been the same since. Then you got Cardell Jones and JT Barrett, and we can go even back further, man. It's just like Ohio. They have some great guys in college, but when they get to the NFL, it just never translates.
Tell you, one for a big example, even though he's not from Ohio, Tim Tebow was.
Oh man, don't do that.
Outstanding. He was good at college.
I love Tebow,
Tim
man.
Tebow, come to the NFL, a bust.
Hey man, I love Tebow, man. I felt like he just didn't get okay. I ain't gonna say he had enough chances. He kind of did, but I don't know. I lose sleep thinking about that, man. Like Tebow was that dude, man. He made me like college football back in the day as a kid, like really enjoyed it.
Yeah, same here. I mean, he made it fun. Like I used to get on NCAA. Like that's the team I went for too.
Bro, I'm so glad NCAA is coming back too.
Yeah, you heard about that?
Yeah, man, I can't wait to play against you. I don't got a PS5 yet, you know, because they still sold out in places. But when I do, you know, I'm busting you in that.
Oh God, I don't want to put you to shame, man.
So now, last bit of questions I'll ask before we wrap up here for Don't Hate My Take. So I hope you guys is listening. Don't hate my take, but if you do, I don't care. You're welcome on the show to debate it. Same for Dom. So predictions for next year. What do you think the Giants are going to do next year? Do you think what's their record, and do you think they're making the playoffs or win the Super Bowl?
All right, so what I think is going to happen next year, I believe they're going to be. I think the team record is going to be at least either 7-9 or 8-8. 8-8 is just being optimistic, but I think there will probably be 7-9 or 8-8 though. And playoffs wise, I mean, they have a good chance. I mean, look at our division. I mean, we got Washington. Washington's finally stepping up. Washington's not a bad team though.
That's true.
Their defense is pretty good. Seeing Chase Young perform that well. But you looking at the Cowboys. Cowboys are finally getting Dak back next year. They might be actually a good team.
Cap.
Then you got the Eagles.
I have no faith in Dak.
Don't say Cap. You know Jacob will be mad at you hearing about Cap on the Cowboys.
I know. So Jacob, you watch this. I'm sorry. I just don't have faith in Dak no more, man. Now he coming off a big injury too. I don't know, man.
It was a non-contact injury too. I was like, what happened? And I looked. I was like, oh my.
Oh, real, man. It's ridiculous. Like these non-contact injuries, and it can end up ending your career.
I think the Giants will make the. I think the Giants can make the playoffs. I know it might sound a little biased, but I think they can make the playoffs this next year with Saquon back and potentially have different receiver, well, at least have an additional receiver, that's
Juju.
probably be the number one option. Oh my God! Hope if it's Juju, I'll pray he doesn't turn out like an Odell type player.
True. And for me, I feel like my predictions for Pittsburgh is that okay, optimistic. We're gonna go 10-6, but realistically,
10-6.
yeah, I don't think we're gonna beat 11-5 like from this year. I think we're gonna go 10-6, and that's just being optimistic because I know it's gonna be a learning curve. If Ben could stay healthy and everyone's firing all cylinders, then yeah, we're gonna do great. We're gonna make playoffs and all that good stuff and get bounced out by Kansas City. But realistically,
I said the Kansas City Chiefs is basically the Patriots, man.
For real, man. It's like, damn, like can we get some balance? I hope Luck comes back. Maybe we get some more balance.
Oh, I heard about that too. I was like, if Luck came back, that'd be nice.
It would be, and then the Colts will be a real problem.
I think he'll go back to the Colts.
Well, I think in the contract he has to, unless they trade him, like they did like Gronk when Gronk came out of retirement with the Patriots, and then ended up getting rid of him, and he went to Tampa. But I feel like we're realistically though, I think we're gonna, unfortunately, we're still gonna win the season, but I think it's gonna be 9-7.
You think 9-7?
And we're gonna get bounced out in the playoffs in the second round by either Baltimore.
At least you ain't capping. I mean,
yeah, I'm trying to keep it as real as possible, man. You know me. So I think Baltimore is coming, and or if it's not Baltimore, I think a sleeper team is gonna get us someone like an Indianapolis Colts. So it looks like neither our team is gonna win a Super Bowl next year, but who knows?
I mean,
we could be wrong.
Who knows? Josh might have one of those years again. You know, come wild card. Yeah. Always the Super Bowl, you know.
Yeah. Wild card, 5 picks, one touchdown against the Saints or somebody.
I know that's probably off topic, but I don't think the Saints will be that good next year. I mean, unless Jameis Winston is that type of person. I mean, that was save that team.
He was balling with 30 picks and 30 touchdowns, though, so he might save them. That's what he said too. He said, I was balling when he played for Tampa that last year, which, I mean, it was his best year, but it's like, man, it's hard to justify 30 picks.
It is. Like, he reminds me of.
That's the stuff I do on Madden franchise mode. I ain't gonna cap. I promise. I'm not the best at Madden anymore like I used to be.
But anyway, you're not that man anymore? I mean, I'm still that man. I'm not gonna be cap about that. I know that man still.
I'm not that man no more, but you can catch me on 2K though. I still got a little.
I'm the man on 2K as well.
See? Hey, wait till I get my PS5.
Don't embarrass yourself now. I don't have to put you on your podcast to get recorded.
Hey, I would say this get recorded. So when I get my PS5 and y'all gonna hear it first now, and y'all hold me accountable, I'm gonna beat Dom by first time 15 points. Second time by
15.
Second time is gonna be by maybe a close one. I'll give you like 4 points. But for real, bro, thank you for joining me on the show. I trying to be mindful of your time and everything, man. I appreciate you being on the first episode of Don't Hate My Take. I hope all my peeps didn't hate my take, and if y'all did, message me about it, leave a comment, subscribe, follow. Also got a big announcement coming up on well, I don't want to spoil it too much, but only certain people know, so I don't want to spoil it yet. But be on the lookout for my announcement on my page, Facebook page, and Instagram. And Dom, you gonna get your last words for the viewers?
Oh, the Steelers suck. All right, Giants all day.
Hey, Giants fans can't be talking. Hey, shout out to my boy Kalen, bro. If you watching this, man, I would love to get you on here talking about them Cowboys because I could go on and on about them.
He's a Cowboys fan?
A diehard Cowboy fan.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Between Kalen and Jordan.
Get him on here.
I'll definitely love to have them on here. But bro, you take care, man. Thanks for being on the show again. Good luck to them Giants. I know y'all gonna go 4 and mother freaking 12, so y'all be all right.
Hey, you guys have a good year as well. Stay blessed, man. And hey, the Steelers, they ain't gonna make the playoffs. I just go put that right there.
All right, brother. Later, man.
All right, man. Stay blessed.
You too.